right.
Welcome to my latest case, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective.
We did
If you're
it,
new
y'all.
to adventure games or need some help, click on Tutorial.
I might put on my earbuds. Am I gonna break it? It doesn't go into my earbuds. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave it alone. All right. So this is the moment that we always wait for. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. Sorry. Tutorial, not tutorial. Junior detective or senior detective? Blue Moon, right? Blue Moon. Imagining having a game named after you. Let's do Junior because let's
Dear
be real.
Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Girard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good. Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Girard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend, Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
That's
Whatever.
Natalie.
All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going.
Whatever.
Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
Who do you think did it? Who do you think did it, y'all?
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother.
Not oh
It's
brother,
okay.
and he happens to be your
Everybody just
brother.
stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
Hi, Colleen. Welcome in. One of my favorite Nancy Joe games. Yes, I'm so excited.
Lori Girard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
Do you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all
Yo,
of us
Kelly,
minor
that
celebrities.
I would play.
What was your name again?
Nancy Drew.
Natalie.
You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
We've played Shadow Ranch. And Colleen, what's your favorite Nancy Drew game? What's everybody's favorite Nancy Drew game, if you have one? Oh, you remember me.
You remember me?
No.
I need my soundboard. I need my soundboard. You remember me? No. Okay.
Have you ever met Laurie's other guests before?
Psst, Nancy. Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
Let me do one thing. I feel like this is like the old Nancy Drews. I just feel like the
Here I am at the railroad
special
station
effects are
along
too
with a
loud.
handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Laurie Girard.
Maybe
Here
that's better. The one about racism, yeah. This is up there, but I might have to say Sea of Darkness out of the character and atmosphere. I haven't played that one yet. I was gonna say I haven't played that many, but like I've played a few ones at this point.
Hey, Nancy.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
So are queer representation or anyways, I've played Secret of Shadow Ranch, the Secret at Waverly Palace, or Waverly School or whatever. Oh, they're brothers. Oh, that's awkward. She said thank you. That's awkward. Okay, I'm sorry. Secrets can kill. Secret spy or secrets can kill. I think that's the same one. No, secrets can kill. Secret spy something. Secret of Shadow Ranch. The Ghost of Thornton Hall. Wait, I've played quite a few at this point. Quite a few. I love seeing the original retelling of the story of Bruno. I can't wait to see you play more. I've played them all and I'm playing again on my channel, so I haven't played yet, so it'll be harder. Yes! Thornton Hall is my top 3. Actually, might beat Sea of Darkness. That's the first one that I played. I was hooked. I was like, they're definitely not related, right? I thought the right one was supposed to be Asian. With the graphics, it's yeah. Anyways. Did you talk to him?
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here,
Right.
babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
Okay.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Okay. The way that was a bit sexist for some reason. Alright, these are the Hardy Boys. They're all your favorites. CZ, have you played like the newer ones? The one after like they rebranded? Not rebranded, but you know what I mean. The different rendering of Hardy Boys is awful in Kapu Cave and Midnight, but everything is bad in Midnight. Oh no. Oh, it's a different book series. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. I should make a tier list because at this point we have played at least like a few ones. I was also thinking of buying a new one, but then I looked on Steam and I was like, I could have sworn when I bought the Ghost of Thornton Hall, I could have sworn it was $6. I could have sworn. And the way it's like $13 now Canadian, and like all the games are like $13+ and I'm like, not you guys causing the inflation, not you guys increasing the prices. And the more slightly more recent ones, not even like recent, like the ones from like 2013 are like $23. And I'm like, this is not worth $23 in my opinion. You know, it's too old. I've only watched those because Salah made you sick. Midnight sucks, but it improved in 7 keys. They took our constructive credit. Oh, did they? Okay, Midnight. So Midnight is the first one that they did after they like bought the company or whatever. It was like sort of like a rebrand. But then 7 keys was better. Okay, okay. I'm gonna wait until they're on sale for sure because there's no way. Okay, okay. I'm glad that they listen to people's feedback and then it makes it like a series still worth playing, you know? I'm also excited for you to try out different indie games in this style like Wolf Among Us. Right, right. The Wolf Among Us 2, when are you coming out? Colleen, do you mostly just play detective games or only Nancy Drew games? What do you think, Nancy? What do you think? I don't remember who's who, so I'm gonna say I kind of agree with you.
I kind of agree with you.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think any one of Lori's other guests
Do you
is...
think maybe one of Lori's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Lori disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to
Has
the
anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
I'm so excited for Dog Detective 2 to come out. That game is very good. It was very fun. All right.
Haven't done that yet.
The graphics are really bad. I wish that I could make it smaller. Actually, guys, bear with me. I'm gonna make the window smaller. Okay, my game crashed. All right, it's fine. Like something like that. That way you can see like everything and I'm not hiding part of the game. All right, it's okay. This is the older one. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know, Colleen, if you have like better ways of running this. I think, oh, I didn't save, so we're starting from scratch. Millionaire guy passed away, so they had to scramble to figure out a different way to stay afloat. Ooh.
Welcome to my latest case. Last train
And
to
I
Blue
feel like
Moon
because
Canyon.
I
To
feel like
start,
maybe the
choose
millionaire
junior or
guy did
senior
not find
detective.
the
If
treasure.
you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on tutorial.
I think he didn't find the treasure, so someone is hoping to find it. Last train, the haunted
Dear
Polar
Hannah,
Express.
Here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board
Sorry,
a train
we're
bound
gonna
for
watch it
who
from the
knows
top.
where.
The
The
top.
only person who knows where we're going is Lori Girard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be
The
another
Hardy
one of Lori's
Boys.
silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little
Zombie
too
Tom
rich and a
Hanks
little
comes
too
and sings
famous for
about
their own
hot
good.
cocoa.
Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I
can't skip.
am Lori Girard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray.
Guys, remember
I am
to like the
so
stream.
Thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us.
This is giving, you know, at the start of like TV shows or like movies when they present like the crew for like a project, and then each person is like,
romance novels you write. Your characters just
you know what I mean? As like they go and they're like, yeah, that's me.
You are just awesome. And Tino
Oh my
Balducci,
gosh.
only the
You love
most famous police
Lori and
detective in
Tino?
the country.
Are they characters from
And
this
then
or
there's
from
Frank
another
and
game?
Joe
Sorry.
Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend? Natalie?
Nancy. Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right. I'll bet you're
What was the
wondering
point of
where we're
asking
going.
me?
Well, we're going to Copper
If you're gonna
Gorge,
say whatever.
Colorado, why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was
is that the
found
movie you
in a
watched?
place called Blue Moon
Haunted
Canyon,
Polar Express?
which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth.
Rush Hour.
Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared,
I feel like that's a
Jake
crowd's
was rumored to
favorite.
have found the richest gold mine in the world.
That's with
And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on
the
it
guy
while
from
they were
Friday,
going
right?
to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
This is Lori.
She's
Oh
gone.
my gosh.
What in the world?
Hey, what's
Nancy Drew
going
is the best. You
on?
play other detective. Yeah, I dabble.
People
I
should
dabble.
never go tampering with things they don't understand.
I do dabble
Oh,
with detective
brother.
games.
It's
Indie
okay.
detective
Everybody
games.
just stay calm. No
I mean,
need to panic.
Are
I'll
there
get to the bottom
detective
of
games
this.
that would not be considered indie? I guess like Ace Attorney series,
Well,
maybe.
Nancy, you're up on
Maybe
all that
I don't even
social
know.
etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Laurie Girard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew, you and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
No. I can't wait to explain. Please, you're so sweet. Yes, I love detective games. I mostly play them on my YouTube. On Twitch, we might do like some detective things. Sometimes we might play Nancy Drew as well, but like it's not the usual thing.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Psst, Nancy! Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
You're planning your first live stream, but you're nervous. Suggestion for a Nancy Drew game live stream, everyone. It's hard to capture the game in OBS because you can't easily, like, the games are all stuck on like full screen. Like the older versions are all stuck on full screen. Which is why I'm like, I was literally struggling. Let me save already because yeah, like the games are really hard to
Hey, Mitch,
capture
where have
on
you two been?
I
in
followed Tino
OBS.
Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
I feel like that's the biggest thing. Just like capturing the game is tricky. You cannot capture like this. I don't, for older games, I can manage to capture the specific window. So I have to like manage, I have to capture my whole, like screen, my whole monitor essentially. There are like softwares that that you can try to like force it to be like windowed, but it doesn't always work. Like for this one, it didn't really work.
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Yeah, Kelly, that's a good point. Yeah, when people were coming in, kind of like summarizing, you know, what the story is, because I feel like it's the type of thing where if you're coming in like midway through, you're like, oh, what is the story anyways and whatnot. And also like being firm with your boundaries if you want people to help you. I mean, you've played most of them, but if you want people to help you solve puzzles or not, because people might want to be like, oh, do this, and then maybe you don't want people to do that. Or sometimes you might be like, yes, please help me like solve this. For me in general, it's like, I'm gonna try to do it. I don't want the answers, but if someone is like, wait, did we talk to that other guy? I feel like we haven't talked to that other guy in a second. I don't mind that whatsoever, but I don't want to be told the answers or told what to do.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like,
Hi,
I'm on the job here,
Samantha.
Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way.
How are you feeling
In
today?
case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What Charlene
Not American Teens
She
Against
thinks Lori is
Crimes.
faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Lori scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
I said, that's what I said
kind of
earlier.
agree with you.
You've got to be kidding.
Making Vogue remix? Let's go. It reminds me of Rule 96 or whatever. Fair. I loved Rule 96. I need to play that again to so that we can get like all the things that we didn't see the first time of getting stumped live. So hopefully it can help when asked. No, yeah. So I'll have people like, what can be really cool with those things is that you might have viewers that are very invested in the story, and that might be able to like have a like website with like the playthrough and like give you a hint if you ask for it, instead of you trying to, especially because I cannot tab out of this game, so it's gonna be hard for me to like do research on my PC. So sometimes I might grab my phone and look up some things, but it can be fun like if there's someone that's like really invested in the story that wants to help you and whatnot. But I don't think it's absolutely mandatory, but like definitely have your boundaries like predetermined, if that makes sense.
Do you think maybe one of Lori's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Lori disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
All right, so we're gonna talk to the engineer. Not me thinking they were a couple. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make sure to save often because I'm a bit scared. Trying to see if there's something else in this room to be found.
Engineer, what do you want?
Oh,
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Lori Girard has disappeared.
So?
who are these people? You don't remember me, do you? No. I just wanted to let you know that Lori Girard has disappeared. So my bad, like damn. Did you know she was going to disappear?
Did you know she was going to disappear?
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Girard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Girard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
Should you at least call the
Shouldn't you
authorities?
at least call the authorities?
It'll be my pleasure, just as soon as Miss Girard orders me to.
But-
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
What? That's wild. Okay. I'm sorry, sir.
A square and a duck. It looks like this thing opens up. But how?
The corners. We most definitely don't have anything to open this up yet. I was so pissed at the engineer when I first... It looks like she's disappeared. Okay.
Looks like some sort of steam valve.
Do not open unless all pipes are connected. Okay. Well, we're clearly not at that yet, but I like to just take note of the things that we see.
This door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea.
So eventually we'll have to go outside. Catch me outside, how about that? Sorry.
What have you got?
Oh,
See you in a bit.
You know where to find us.
weren't they supposed to look for somebody? Or are they still here? Okay.
Is this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
Okay. I wonder like how they find these photos. You know how like in these games there's photos of like real people at times? And you're like, are these actors? Are these like children of like the game devs? Are these like...
Yes?
What are you working on?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
What do you think Laurie invited you?
Why do you think Laurie invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
I should have worn my cowboy hat. It's not too late. But I feel like it doesn't fit exactly what we're trying to do here. You know? What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
The game the most cringe about what people mix with animation is Stay Tuned for Danger, but that one is two games they do not offer on Steam. Why? Well, I wonder why they don't offer it on Steam. I wonder if there's probably like rights that they were not able to like settle or they were not able to like get or whatever. Right? She's really giving us a tea actually. From birth to death, she went in. Where was he from?
East Coast. Philadelphia, I think. His parents were British aristocrats. Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
It was the worst animation. They remastered game 1 good, and game 3 is where it started getting really good. Ah, okay. I do hope that they like maybe just for like the public library, you know what I mean? The public library. Sorry.
I'll touch bases with you later.
That would be nice.
Okay, I'm saving often because I'm paranoid. I don't want to start from the top. I mean, we're not going to start from the top, but... Oh, that is so scary when you cross like wagons like that.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
It most definitely is a gemstone. This side doesn't have it. So can I not pick it up? Not yet. A common practice. I really wish they could remaster the real tower or something it's called with Hotchkiss. So you guys had the CDs, right? For people that grew up playing them, you had the CDs. I guess it might still be for like touristy type attractions. Right. Oh, our first puzzle. Oh. Oh. That's an easy enough one, I think. Wait. Not me getting it wrong already. Wait a minute. Oh, not me getting it wrong. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many options. Please. I think I love na. At least if I can get these corners right. If I can get the corners right, then I'll be Gucci. This looks alright. Yeah. Yeah, younger my friends, grandpa illegally burned the city gates. Yes! I love it. Allegedly, of course. At first I read burnt like as in with fire, and then I remembered my roots. Yeah, remember your roots. Yo, those were the that is so real. That is so real. Just that burning CDs was very common. I was also I also lived through that era. I didn't realize there were so many options.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buell for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key.
Lead is
Or
the
is
key.
it
Left
lead
pickaxe.
is the key?
Pickaxe and lamp with buell for safekeeping. Open what's closed. Lead is the key. Alright. Thank you.
This must have been the sleeping car.
How did she get this train to move again? How much money did she spend? Grandpa is cool, right? So cool. I had floppy disk. I also had floppy disk. I'm old enough. I just forgot. I also forgot about floppy disk, but I didn't really like I remember floppy disk, and I know that I've like touched one and like put it in a computer, but like you know what I mean? Like that's pretty much the extent of what I remember. But I definitely lived through CDs. But like floppy disk, yes, like I've manipulated, I remember intermediate school, they taught us how to transfer things from floppy disk to CD. My mommy had them. I didn't have anything on any of them. Yeah, exactly, yeah. A Tale of Two Dolls. I wish that it was written in like regular text, because the way ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was the two-part word, "Why? I'm not your mother." Yawning, Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Oh. Okay. A Tale of Two Dolls. Till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Interesting. Guess we'll have to remember that. Let's go on the other side.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
We'll come back to that. We acknowledge that it exists. We're gonna walk through this way. Trying to see if there's anything to click. I remember before playing Nancy Dread, guys, I have a preconceived notion about points and clicks. I'm sorry. The one thing I thought was smart in Midnight was they also carried into 7 Keys is that if you find text like this in handwriting, you can click on the bottom text to read it. No, yes. Oh, that is necessary because that was barely readable. So like I'm so sorry for you guys. Like that was barely readable. Release, engage, emergency brake.
Better not mess with that puppy.
Sorry. We will remember it for some other time. All right, I've explored everything. Especially as these games, yeah, the graphics do not hold up. Like it was the best that we could have back then, and also like accessibility considerations were not what it is. You know what I mean? Because you can still have like your cool font or whatever, but while being aware that like some people might have a hard time reading it. It bothers me, but sometimes games handle it really well, right? I'm gonna make the music slightly louder. Sorry, I keep changing
Here I am at the
things.
railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who...
There's no rooms here.
Hey, come on over here. Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen you on
It's a pleasure
TV.
to meet you. I've seen your TV show.
Then I don't have to explain what I'm doing.
Yeah, you do. Well, why you're measuring the
Oh, heck no. Why, you're measuring the who's-whatsism with your trusty gizmometrometer thing.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Sorry. You're saying that Camille's ghost
Are
kidnapped
you saying
Laurie?
that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's interesting. Sometimes it's just put an audio video of all the Nancy Drew soundtracks. I love that.
That's very interesting.
So like
It's all
that's really your
very
favorite
scientific.
game. The soundtrack
But
is really
the
good.
fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
You don't think Tino would be able to track her down? The soundtracks are really good. Like like when I feel like the more you listen to it, the more that it starts like it just starts getting, you know what I mean, to like a certain play. I need someone to do like a remix, you know what I mean, like a sort of like remix with it. I would be here for it, truly.
You don't think Tino Balducci will be able to track her down?
I doubt it. In fact, I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
What's your opinion of Charlena?
What's your opinion of Charlena Purcell?
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
Yes. Ukulele, hell yes. As you should. Is Laurie a friend of yours?
Is Laurie a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it this way.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
Catch you later.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Pleasure talking to you.
Do you stream on Twitch, Colleen?
This looks like some sort of game. Shoot. Wipe out.
It's like I have to click another thing. Oh. Oh. I wonder if I get a prize if I do it a few times. Like, what is the point? At least until the end of the song. Where are the red flags? I did it.
Wonder what's in here.
Sorry. As of right now, do you think the train is actually haunted? I don't think the train is actually haunted. I don't think. Not as of right now. I feel like it's like they're trying too hard to make us believe that it's haunted. Also, I'm comparing. I've only played another one with like a... Did we play one or two Nancy Drew games that were scary? Like the Ghost of Thornton Hall was scary. There was another one. I can't think which one it is that we played. I feel like. In the Ghost of Thornton Hall, I was like, yeah, no, this place is haunted. Like, but so far it's too tamed. It's too tamed. Oh, it's a sheet music. Okay. Sheet music, let's go. Let me save. You already know the drill because I'm scared. Okay, we'll have to use it with an item at some point. Okay. Oh.
If I had some music, I could play a tune.
Don't do that, please. Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums.
My bad.
You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Can I get back my sheet music? Man. Oh, that's all of his equipment.
I wonder what's under here. And what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. I need something that will turn the bolts.
Okay, I don't have that
Looks
yet.
like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers.
Symbols and numbers? Oh, they're like different cats, dogs. Not dogs, but there's a cat here, a duck. Okay. A dog. We'll be back. We'll be back. Although this number is 7 and then the cherry's 10, there was a place where we had to put a 4-digit. Awful Ursula. Interesting. Thornton Hall is so spooky. It's so scary. Some argue MHM is really haunted. Oh, some argue that the MHM, is that in this one? Enjoy your lurks, is that? That was indeed right? Okay. But it's just 7 in the cherry. I guess you have to remember which wagon you're on. To be continued. We're gonna remember that for later.
It's locked.
We need a key.
Thomasina O'Neill.
Thomasina O'Neill. Who is that?
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano.
Oh. I guess I'll need this. Can I not take this with me? Bruv. And what is this exactly? A string? Okay. Message in a Haunted Mansion Game 3. Oh. That one, it sounds like it would be scary too. Yeah, like the Ghost of Thornton Hall, I definitely... Like, you see how, like, this is just a person? Like, this is not a photo taken in those times, you know what I mean? This is, like, because I feel like... This is giving, like, school photo, you know what I mean? Ruth. Who's Ruth? Huh, who's Ruth?
Teddy Eberhardt.
Thank you for giving the doll. Thank you for giving the doll we call Teddy Eberhard a home. There's a lot of doll stories in this game so far. A lot of mentions of dolls. There's so many things in this hall. A coin. Wasn't there a place that asked for a coin? I don't know anymore. This is perfect background for cleaning up my office. Yes. Yes, guys, feel free to lurk. Feel free to work on your things. And peep at the progress for the detective stuff. I'll also be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow on Twitch between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. That is the plan. Unless I sleep in.
The Little Book of Samplers.
By Bernice. Oh. You know when they actually require you to read. I can barely read, y'all. Surely there's no greater joy in the 19th century woman. Surely there's no greater joy for the 19th century woman, young or old, than to bring a piece of linen to life with needlepoint, requiring only needle thread, care, and imagination. The word sampler comes from the Latin word exemplum, which means example. That which serves as a model. The best samples are not only allow their creators to recall what particular embroidery stitches look like when executed properly, but also demonstrate to the world their mastery of an important womanly skill. Important womanly skill. Indeed, many a gentleman's head has been turned and many a marriage fortified by a well-crafted sampler. Y'all, we gotta get on that. One classic is the long and narrow bend sampler, which features bend of flowery border, designs as well as rows of numbers of the alphabet. Another classic is the spot sampler. So there's bend and spot. So this is spot. Okay. Language samplers, which is a list of common modus and their meaning. Oh, so this ties into the thing that we saw over there. About to start dinner. Enjoy your dinner, please. Enjoy your dinner. You let us know what you ate. What are you guys having for dinner today, or what did you have for lunch? I had a banana for breakfast. Because allegedly bananas help with menstrual cramps. I cannot confirm or deny if that worked or not. Because I also took Tylenols. Anyways, I had a banana and orange juice. And for lunch, and then we went grocery shopping. I brought back my books to the library. Yes, thank you. Thank you for clapping. I brought back the books. And apparently my library, I was like, oh, how much is it gonna cost? Because my books are late. And they were like, we don't charge for that anymore. And I was like, interesting. And I wonder what the reason is. And I guess it's like as a way to be like more inclusive, maybe. I remember like growing up being so nervous that my books were late that like You know, when you're like, might as well not even bring them back. You know what I mean? Like, let's just avoid the library altogether. Maybe it was like to not discourage children to go to the library. I don't know. I don't know. Because like, I feel like most people that go to the library are students. A lot of them are children. And then maybe if their books are like late, they might feel too embarrassed to go, or like they don't even have money to pay for the fee. I don't know. I don't know. You went to the library this morning and I got a book about Twitch. Yes! Let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see what you learn. Cherry departed? Wait, didn't we see something about a cherry and an owl earlier? Wisdom. Departed wisdom. We'll come back to this book. Does he have things I can touch?
Sup?
Thanks for the chat.
Goodbye.
He's cool. I'm glad that they took a brother to voice him.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's me.
Hi, Bess.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Laurie Girard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Laurie Girard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on,
Adobe
man?
beige?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room? Yeah.
Allegedly.
The guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape. It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning. Only it turns out she faked the whole thing. Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped. Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
And pasta and salad sound delicious,
Before
Kelly.
she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train
Add
trip
girl
is to
dinner.
find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows.
Maple cookies.
He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished
Tortilla
while mining
chips,
for
tortilla
gold.
chips.
His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one
A
on board but
clementine.
his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
Ice cream.
Not yet, but the train is also rumored to be haunted by his dead wife.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Laurie vanishes. A pattern, maybe? Beth,
Maybe.
do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
Jake used to see strange lights at night bobbing alongside the train and thought it was Camille dancing.
Super creepy. Yeah, I just got goosebumps. Which is hard when you're practically covered in paint.
Talk to you soon.
Since the
Remember, when in
gelato,
doubt, call.
right, Callie. Since the gelato kiss, Mary kill, I was like, oh, I'm so due for ice cream. Oh, look what you've done. And Pony Club. But probably for a hot minute. Yes, you deserve ice cream, Kelly. On to the next wagon. Oh. Is there nothing on this side? Yeah.
An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
Oh, yeah. Wait, didn't I have a coin? Okay, I cannot. Okay. I guess I'll find more coins in. Oh, this door. The owl and the cherry. Does that mean that we're entering like into that wagon? I think so. Let's go in this room though. Nice couch. That's a nice couch. I would have that in The Sims.
Eliza Sandberger.
Received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73. The Crumbmeister doll with decorative red ribbon on the 16th day of June 1880. Imagine writing years like that. There's no way. That KMK convinced me to, Kiss Mary Gill convinced me to buy some non-dairy ice cream even though it's so expensive. Yes! I'm sorry about the fact that it was expensive, but I'm glad that you treated yourself.
Hey, Nancy, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
I don't want to be a cop.
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
Nancy,
It's a
stand
great
on
job, you know.
business.
I love
Stand
it.
on business.
You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
Okay.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
Okay. It's that type of person. Not it being like, oh, you read my books, right? Who says that? Like, please.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
May I see it?
Sure. In fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
I will not do such a thing.
Thank you.
What else can I do for you?
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train.
Sean,
She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
I just gotta get up for a second and I'll BRB. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I gotta get up for a second and I'll BRB. We are playing Nancy Drew. I'm gonna give a recap of the game when I come back. BRB. Hi. Thank you for your patience. I got myself some chips with some salsa. I think you're looking amazing and I love your sweater. You're so sweet. You like my sweater? Oh, not this. Oh, you like my sweater? You like my lazy cat sweater, merch sweater? What? That you can purchase on I'm joking, but it is merch, so it is on the merch website. I don't know if I could have a comment here because I cannot type in my chat right now. I'm scared that the game is gonna crash. But yeah, it is on the merch website. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, and I don't feel my best. I start my period during the night. So I'm just like lower energy, bloated. I just want to eat chips. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. That promo code is no longer. So welcome back, y'all. This is the train to Blue Moon Canyon. The host that invited us, it's not clear what she invited people on the train, but we're going to an undisclosed location. The host disappeared, so now it's like, what's happening to the host? What happened to the host? And we're just trying to figure that out. The train is said to have belonged to a certain rich man that made his fortune by doing mines things or like owning a mine or whatever. And then his wife died on the train and he would see her ghost. And so now we're wondering, is it a ghost that kidnapped her? We continue. I very much like it, and I'm hoping to do... I very much like it. I have worn this a lot. Like the design is starting to like... You know what I mean? Like, well, you can still see it, but you know, like it's... I've worn it and I've washed it a lot. I very much like it. When do you think that will be?
When do you think that will be?
I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
There is... So this is a crew neck. Crew neck, I feel like is true to size. Let me show you actually. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay. I may or may not have a bra. Okay, so this is a size XL. This is a XL, extra large size. It is, and like it's, you know, it's not like small or anything like that. I would say I would say I'm sorry. I would say the hoodies run smaller than the crew necks for some reason. No, that's not true. Is it the hoodies? There's a color. I wrote it on the website. If you open like the hoodie or like the crew neck, I put a message and I feel like the hoodies, I think it's the hoodies that run like a little bit smaller, like a little bit smaller. If I were to purchase a hoodie, I think I would size up. And I don't know why that is. They just run a bit smaller than the crew necks. So if like, this crew neck is fairly like, you know, oversized for me. And I feel like the hoodie would not be as oversized. Don't worry, it is true, Lucine. Thank you. I was like, let me just. Anyways, yeah. And I did write it in the, if you like go to the hoodie page, I did put a comment in the description. Yeah. But I feel like the crew necks are very much true to size. This is, or in my opinion, my perspective, this is a XL. This is a XL. And I feel like you do have like a perception of like what my body looks like. Yeah. You saw the message in the hoodie. Okay, yeah. That's been my perception because my partner has a hoodie and I have a crew neck. Yeah. And I went based off of how that is. And I think his hoodie is the same size as my crew neck, but it's like slightly smaller.
What about John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
Why?
Thanks for your help.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
He's so arrogant. Ew.
Wonder what Jake used this for.
What is that? Carson carried. I swear I want to buy everything on the merch. It's all so cute. You're so sweet. Sean, I appreciate you.
Another gemstone.
Oh, another gem. You didn't hear this from me, but there might be new merch coming up. This is an exclusive. Imagine not attending the YouTube stream and missing out on the secrets. You know what I mean? Camilla with Hagar, Anderson, and oh, those are dolls. There's so many dolls in this game. That is so scary.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG
Did we hear it
mean?
from Pixel? Did you? Oh. I heard nothing, but I'm very excited to hear nothing. No, I'm hoping I'm working on new merch. With tea. What is that? Do I need to do like a combination? I feel like I wonder if I'm missing something or not. It's acting like a phone. You know how like one of those phones? Gemstones and how to identify them. A quartz. No, amethyst. There's an amethyst in the... Is there a cat? Oh no. They're the one that has a green olivine? Nah, it's an emerald. The one at the start of the train. Or was it a peridot? Oh no. And then once I have that, what will I do with it? The periodic table. Oh no, I hate it here. On 47. On this, there's a AG. Right? Do I have to like... Yes, enjoy your food, Sean. AG, which is silver. Exact, silver. 47. And that's the only area on the thing that we can zoom on. Yeah. 47. And lead is the key. AU is gold. If you actually need to use periodic table, I've got your back. Thank you, Lucine. Lead is PB. Right, because lead is the key. And lead is here, 82. Okay. Okay. We'll try to remember that. Silver is not a gemstone, right? By the way, guys, if you were to purchase diamonds, you should buy lab-grown diamonds. Sorry. Okay, we'll try to remember that. What is this?
JH. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
I want to get one of those. You know what I mean? Like, for when I need it. For when I need it. Can I not pick it up? There was something here.
Another gemstone.
Oh. On the globe. I wonder if like the places that we find them matters. Oh. Wasn't there a thing about pipes earlier? Oh. Oh, there's a game in Neopets like that. Does anyone know which game I'm talking about? There's this game in Neopets, and then it's like it's like a sewer, a sewer. Okay, we're doing good. Yes.
There, all done.
Yay. I never stayed far from the Neopets. Straight far from home in Neopets. Oh, fair. Fair. I love that game. Okay, all done, and then what? Wait, all done and then what?
Still have to do that.
I haven't used my notebook this whole time.
Haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. Finish that.
Whatever's supposed to flow through them.
Haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. Can't check that off yet.
Where is it? Which for number? What pattern?
Check. Finish that. Can't check that off. I'm done with that. Finish that.
Okay. My engagement ring is not a diamond and it's plant themed. Oh, that sounds so pretty. Pot pasta bake is so good. Oh, pot pasta bake sounds delicious right now, actually. That sounds really, really good. I like a bake.
It's locked.
It's locked.
It's locked.
It's locked. Well, unlock it. Oh, so now I have 2 coins.
That square and that duck look very familiar.
Unlocked? How did that unlock the door? Interesting. Was it the number from the book from earlier? Maybe. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Could be so upset about that befell a doll accidentally knocked one Camille calls naughty Tina off the shelf and literally, I'm afraid, fractured his tiny skull despite my heart. Apologies, Camille burst tears at the sight of the blank crack which now traverses Naughty Tina's face. Tears continued unabated for hours. I'll order another as soon as I reach Copper. Okay, so there's a doll that was broken and he said that he was gonna order one. Something like that. Oh,
Looks like
blueprints.
to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon. Those are all gemstones. I think.
Okay. That's for down the line, probably. But yeah, pasta bake sounds really good.
Silver.
I'm definitely not supposed to be
What do
here.
all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. silver. So we have to put the numbers in order. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Does she take note of that? Please tell me she does. Nah, it's not. Okay. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. GG's. GG's. Orange, blue, green, yellow. Oh, I cannot. Okay. I forgot already. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. We're gonna try our best. Coin.
I need a pickaxe.
Yeah, I feel like that's for more down the line. What the heck?
If I had a lamp, this is where I'd put it.
Like, I'm not saying that teenagers cannot do all this, but
supposed to go here.
Me too. I wonder. The blueprint. No.
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
We'll come back. I like to just take in things. It starts with this. I feel like I'm not supposed to do it by luck like that. You know what I mean? I feel like there's probably the answer somewhere.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
It was all for show.
It was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him, and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
Right? We can read that. Come on, you read it to us. Why give it to us, right? The only person I trust is the black guy. And maybe the two twins. The non couple, you know, in the beginning.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show. And I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train. And now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
Okay.
What about Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And
I don't think he's good at being a
eyes
detective.
Of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
I don't think so.
How well do you know Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
Guess I better get to work.
I'll be waiting.
The comedy in this game is unmatched.
Locked, naturally. Wonder how you open it.
I wonder how you open it too. Oh.
Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
Interesting.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe? Okay, got my dancing shoes on. Now what?
We're missing something. There has to be some place that like tells us what we need to touch. But I'm just taking it in, all the things. Oh, maybe writing a word?
I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
Nice. There's something else that I missed. Can't I not go to the furnace? Is that not an object? Probably not. Can I go to the couch either? Let's see what else I missed. I might have missed something else, but like we took in most things. I can't believe we already found her. I am gagged. Did others even tried? I feel like what's gonna happen is that I look for the treasure. Somebody else is gonna... The winner needs to get paid. She needs to get paid. Like, actually. Please. Ah, wait. Let's go back one. Do you guys remember the colors? Because I don't. Orange, blue. Orange. Blue. Why did she not write it? Orange, blue, or so orange. The last one was yellow. I hate it when I need a pen and green, red, purple. Wait. Okay, so maybe instead of pink, it's yellow because it ended with a yellow and there's no pink. Okay, wait, let me try that. It was orange. Blue. Green. Red. Purple. Yellow. Bodak yellow. GG. It's definitely that. It has to be that. It has to be that. But it's just a matter of like... It's just a matter of like, you know, putting them in order. Blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Let's check again. Wasn't it here? This one? Damn, I have a good memory. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Wait, so you had it right. Huh. Or maybe I didn't input it correctly. Let's try again. You have such a good brain. You had a good memory. So orange. Oh, I didn't put it. I didn't like I didn't do like the thing. Maybe that does something. Green. Red. Purple. Yellow. Nice! Good job.
Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
Too much reading. Dear Jake, I have sent you 2 lamps which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place carbide in the lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that work, or I had invented it? Okay. Oh. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent. Oh, chum. I suppose this is understandable in view of your failure to strike it rich, but I am a living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release dial in. Yet suddenly, I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. Just as I became wealthy when I sold that patent, I have no doubt that you too will someday be handsomely.
Always your friend, Thomas Wilson.
Interesting. I became so rich by doing this one thing, and I'm
Looks
sure
like a
you two will
pattern for
find.
some kind of dance step.
There you go.
Maybe I'd better keep this.
Also, that you can keep, but not the other one. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might just do it now, Loki. I won't remember the carbon, whatever that I have to put together, but we remember that there is this recipe here. Or like, not this recipe, but like the instructions. Let's do and solve the dance one right away. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Wanna hop this time. Right now, this food. Okay. Can I not put this? Like, this is what I mean when I say that certain things make no sense. So, starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. Maybe if I do it like myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes no sense. Wait. That makes no sense. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ta 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 ta. My methods are not for everybody. Ta 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 ta. Okay. I used to dance once. Wait, I forgot. I forgot. Wait, okay. No, I didn't forget. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, what? Oh, this one is first. Okay. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is the first time that the right foot is leading before the left foot. I understand what I did wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. It's a... No, all right. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I don't be doing. I'm so scared. Guys, I'm so scared. I'm truly. Okay. What is that?
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Ew. Ew. I'll probably have to know in what order to place them, so I need to know which one is which. Ew. No, I'm sorry. I'm not a... No, it's a no for me. And this is still locked. Okay, maybe the dolls are gonna unlock that. Guys, we're doing so good though. Oh yeah, I already grabbed whatever was in here. We're doing really good. The way it opened and there was just a doll, that was so scary to me. Girl, look what you've done. The Ping Pony Club. Do, 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 do.
It's locked.
Awful Ursula, she has red hair. How would
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
So this one. Oh, I see.
More pipes to connect.
Huh. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, that was easy. That was actually easier than the other one. Oh yeah, so that's from a doll. Tamisa O'Neill. So maybe if we see a doll that has that, we know that's Tamisa. Is the black guy still there? Yeah. Samplers. Trying to remember the different hints that we found. I feel like he's the only person that would let in on the fact that, and maybe like the twins. I don't know if they're twins actually. The boys, I might tell them that like I'm looking for the. I would potentially tell them that I'm looking for the thing. Alright, back to square one. Back to reality.
Hey, Nancy.
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
Jake had to have known.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
True.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her.
All right.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it, you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Whitey Hardy
Buell?
boy.
Joe, show her!
Show her what?
That old picture we found!
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's
Yes.
gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
Joe is it me or Joe has
you
a
soon.
pessimistic
Sounds good.
attitude? Wait a minute. Joe, you are not beating the allegations. You really are not.
Engineer, this better be Miss Girard.
Well, actually,
Forget it.
My bad? Damn. The conductor really said, don't bother me. Oh, I didn't click on that earlier. DP fins, freshly canned salmon, fresh from hand from the depth, the deep. Okay. That's it. I don't think there's anything that we've seen so far that would require us to loot. Have I not been here this whole time?
Sadie Crawford.
That's for a doll, I guess. Why are they both left sides? LL. Well, that's clearly a doll.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it. An eagle. Where else have I seen an eagle?
It's in one of the it's in one of the embroidery thingy. Not embroidery, but the cross stitch. An eagle. So like, let me make sure that like I clicked on everything. I had a question to ask her.
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Did you know that Lori wants to
Did
be a
you know
romance
that Lori
novelist?
wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
Have you discussed any of her ideas
Have
with
you
her?
discussed any of her ideas with her?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
Pleasant.
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log onto my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
Okay.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although
Needless to
I do know
say.
that his profession, if you can
Like,
call
ma'am.
it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
That was very apparent.
Do you think he's a good investigator?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives. Is that all, dear?
Well, I'll let you go.
Let me know if you run across
It was very
anything
obvious
juicy.
that Tino is not a good detective. Like, he's clearly compensating by writing his books or whatever. Ping Pony Club. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. A 4-digit number. Huh. I wonder if like the corner that they face.
What is that?
Did you guys see that? The light. There's Alice and Enna. Alice is upset. Enna is falling asleep. Let me save. That was so scary. I think tomorrow we'll do Just Dance if I have the energy. I may not. I may not. Spoiler alert. And just, we might potentially just prep for the new expansion pack. It's coming up so soon. Oh yeah, so we saw an eagle, right? Isn't there an eagle too? So maybe I have to use the scale to get a weight of 2. Would that make sense? Earlier, I had a coin of 7, then a coin of 3. And I was able to make 10. No, wait, add a coin of 10. No. I was able to stack up those weights and open 10 and 7. The eagle is 2. So I feel like if we go in, we're able to get like a weight of 2. I think that's gonna open. We already solved that.
What's up?
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
You're not?
Charlena said Jake Hurley used to see them too, only he attributed them to his dead wife, Camille.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resultant voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train's shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me. Old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange.
Hi,
My vibes are
Ruby.
never wrong. What's even stranger is
Have a good
I'm still
night.
getting them.
Happy
So maybe they're not
anniversary
about
again.
Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Guys, Riri was celebrating her 3rd affiliate anniversary today. I hope that you had fun with the rest of your stream. Have a good night. I love you. What's even stranger is that I'm still getting them, so maybe they're not about Lori, maybe they're about you. Are you a scientist or
I'm
a psychic?
confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both. What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy. Just because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
I
Trust
agree.
me, either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Thanks for the chat.
I believe him.
Come back anytime.
Please, once someone figures out that we're trying, it's gonna be the cop. It's gonna be the cop for sure. Once someone figures out that we're trying to get to a treasure or whatever, they're coming for us. We opened this already, okay? Manifesting is solving the case, thank you.
Carbide. Just what I need to make that lamp I found work.
I had to open it. There's a pickaxe missing. You see the outline? Interesting.
That could be one of the gems I need. Maybe Tino will let me take a closer look. That could be one of the gems I need.
I need to ask him.
Maybe Tino will let me take a closer look.
Just let me take a closer look, Tino.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day,
Do you not have a... Don't you have a job of being a detective? Like, why are you here?
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tino will know I'm onto something. Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
He keeps saying that, but... What did you find?
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Interesting. He's gonna try to seal the work that I've done. He's gonna claim it as his. Like, it's very obvious. Like, it's very obvious.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
Did you two go out?
Did you two go out?
Nope, no, never went out. No.
No.
You've been a big help.
Like, that lie... Sir, that lie almost made you choke. Oh, so I need the eagle. The eagle is what, 3? No, or... Hi, Kayla. I've had the Take to Tell schedule thing open for the last few hours. Whole time. Hi, Kayla. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's because I was planning on playing that other game and then I changed my mind. Then I played this one instead. But I feel like it still notifies people, right? I should remove it. I should remove them like next time so that it doesn't confuse. -2. Okay, how was your day? So it's this one minus this one, right? How much was the eagle? Wasn't it 2? $12. I don't know what this is. I didn't realize it wouldn't like auto update. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I created a different one.
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Oh.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person
Who
on the
was the
scene?
next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not
Angela,
likely.
how's it going?
Possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if
Joe.
Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
These men are not a couple, they are siblings. Okay? Let's ask Charlena.
More questions?
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
They're not my friends. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying.
Have you run across many haunted train stories in the course of your research?
A few, but most train-bound ghosts that I've come across seem to have better things to do than sit around pulling emergency brakes.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
I'll touch bases with you later.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
She wants me to tell her about the reward. My dad's been great, got some Fortnite victories, and now gonna play some Marvel Rivals, period. Oh, I stole the eye, hee. Woohoo. But that sounds fun. I still have to stream Overwatch. What's on the floor? Okay, no, it's just a glitch. You still here?
What's up?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
So, the story of this is that we're on the train. The train used to belong to a very wealthy man whose wife died on the train, and he felt like he could see her ghost. And he was into like mining and like treasures and things like that. So allegedly he had a treasure somewhere that he has not, that is still like yet to be found. And we were invited by this girl, this socialite, we were invited amongst with other people, including that guy, on the train to go to a redacted location. And I think the girl is hoping that we find the treasure, maybe. I don't really understand how this whole thing started, but yeah, so we're trying to uncover where that treasure might be by solving different things on the train. But I feel like someone else on the train is here to also find the treasure, and I feel like they will try to mess up They will try to like, you know, like trick us or something like that.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Thanks for the chat.
I believe
care.
him. I believe him. Eagle represents America. America. I cannot play the piano because he's still here. The eagle is 2. I feel like I'm missing a coin. I guess I'll ask the other guy. We don't know who pulled the brakes on the train though. And I don't think we'll be able to find out.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
Why did she tell him that? I don't think she told him. Do you guys actually think she told him? I don't think she told him. I think he's the guy that's gonna try to mess us up. Because it's very bizarre. I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre. You can read it if you want. I feel like that might be better. I don't think choices matter, but not to that extent in this game. You know what I mean?
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look.
He's very weird.
I've seen enough.
He does not understand.
2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
You don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
Come on.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You?
He's so annoying.
I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Okay. Oh. Why did that scare me? Oh, that broke. Wait, but what is this? Was this already here? I can tell. I feel like that fell from when the train just like moved. No? Let me save also. You haven't saved in a second. Guys, also we are less, if you didn't hear, we're less than 100 watch hours away from the first tier of YouTube partner, which is really cool. I'm so scared. Where are the brakes again?
Better not mess with that puppy.
I wonder if there's anything else that was left behind. I guess not. What is this outline? I guess it's just the image. It's the same pieces compared to the ones that we found on the floor the other. I don't.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
Okay.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
Okay. What you got?
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something.
Singing?
It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network.
Okay.
Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I trust him though. It might even be Tino, sorry, that grabbed it. I need another coin. I feel like I should tell more people about the letter. It's like, might as well, you know?
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Aw, come on, you heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
You weren't angry?
You weren't angry?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that
Fair.
sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
You stole one of her ideas.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes.
So you
Now,
blame
legally,
her.
She can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I'll touch bases with you later.
My publisher thanks you.
Ew. That is not right, Miss Ma'am. That is not right. It's the fish, salmon. Fancy Sakai. I wonder what we're supposed to use this for. Flippy fins. I wonder if maybe in like the embroidery thingy there is a fish. We've been live for what? 3 hours almost? I want to try to solve like at least one more puzzle maybe for today. Ping Pony Club. Did I open this one? I'm sorry. I don't remember what I've done or not. Here. No. A code. Numbers. Four-digit code. Oh, am I here already?
That looks just like the stuff John Gray has his thermometers packed in.
Yeah. So Tino might have been the one to grab it.
What's going on?
You're the one who pulled that emergency brake, aren't you?
Me? What are you, joking?
You stole one of John Gray's thermometers and planted it at the scene.
You're just some teenage nobody. I don't have to listen to this.
You're right, you don't. Neither do the other passengers. But unless you give me a good reason not to, I think I'll tell them anyway.
Look, maybe I was a little hasty, pointing a finger at the ghost guy like that. Maybe all those lies people have been spreading are starting to get to me. Maybe I thought it would help if I got a little positive press by solving a crime aboard a haunted train. Maybe I apologize. And, maybe you can see fit not to let any of this go beyond this room?
Well, no harm done, I guess.
Great. Well, what else can I do for you?
You've been a big help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Okay. Okay. I like how we clocked them so quick. We're missing coins. I'm a bit scared. I haven't even clicked on
According
everything.
to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders, but I have no idea which one goes where. This is where a gemstone goes.
This is where a gemstone?
I need to find the gemstone that goes here.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Let's look. Top view. Thirsty nose. Let's talk to the girl. You haven't talked to Ines again?
Yes?
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Okay, that's it.
Bye.
I'll be waiting.
Oh,
Yes?
Guess I better get to work.
Keep me posted.
I'm missing too many elements, but I can't really tell what I'm missing. You know?
This
The
is where
pickaxe.
Jake's pickaxe goes.
I found what I needed to be found here, I guess. Those are the colors. Did I look in this one? I guess I did. There's nothing more to click. It's already 7:40 p.m. Guess we can ask him why he broke up with the other girl.
What's going on?
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
When people start answering them honestly, I do.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
If you didn't want to dump her, why did you?
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
Did you ever tell Lori any of this?
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
And this has to tie into the bigger story, you know what I mean? I don't know how yet, but it must. It must.
What's up?
Oh.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye.
That was the doll. Let me look at this diagram again. Ping Pony Club. I'll see if there's anything else that I can tell the brothers. Or find anything else that I've not clicked. I forgot to see if there was a fish diagram. What's in the lights? Oh! Wow, I would not have been able to get that. There was the gem.
Hey, how's it going?
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
Unless it's to get lost.
Right.
See you later.
I agree with that.
If you need anything, just let us know.
I guess I can call Bess. A duck! I haven't done this one either.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Let me save. Wait. Let's save this as 2. Just in case, because I might have done something. All pipes are connected. Weren't all pipes connected?
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Okay. So all pipes are not connected. We connected multiple pipes, but I guess not all of them. A duck and a fish. A duck is 1, and a fish. Fish is not on this. I can try to get duck with my coins. That would have been duck. And then you need maybe another coin to like stack it up to, you know? But I think, yeah, I don't know what this is. A square. Huh. Is that a window maybe? Wait, I'm gonna redo it. No. -4 or +4? Curious. Four. Like, what is this? Could it be a window, potentially? Something rectangular. Or something that has that symbol on it. Hmm.